What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the one and only MrHairArt show, sponsored by Mobile Salons. I am your host, Ronnie Mac. You guys know me as MrHairArt and Coach, as well as Coach Hair Art. And I'd like to thank you all for joining us on this Friday afternoon. And we are Friday evening now. We are live and we are broadcasting, guys. We are live and in full effect. Thank you all for coming. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. If you ain't in, come on in. If you are in, settle in. Thank you all. So we are live. We're live. And we're broadcasting on multiple different platforms, multiple different channels, all at the same time, mind you. All at the same time. We're broadcasting on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Discord, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Kick. Well, Twitter is now X, so I was calling it Twitter X, but I think Elon is going for just X. So we're broadcasting on X as well. I got a lot of changing to do because I got Twitter on a whole bunch of stuff, and he's changing it to X. So we're gonna have to make that leap, guys, to what he's going to be doing with the company. He got something up his sleeve, so we just gotta kind of bide our time and see exactly what he's going to be doing, and see if we're going to be a part of that or not. Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome. Come on in, everybody. Oh, come on in. And we're going to hit a couple of different things. It's 6 o'clock, guys. It's a 6 o'clock show. We did not do a 12 o'clock show because we had some other things that we were doing. Plus, we were wrapping up our installation here at the studio. We had the cable guys come in and wrap up our installation for the cable service that we have coming in. And guess what? They came in at exactly 12 o'clock. Showtime. Yeah, they came in exactly when the show was going to start, because I was going to jump on and do some of the show between 12 and 12:30. That's the regular show for the noontime show. But we had no signal, so we could not do that. But hey, not a problem, because we got another show. That's this show that's jumping on right now. All right, guys. Come on in. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time to come in, and then we're gonna get started here. All right. Come on in, guys. Y'all know the rules. If you got questions, comments, suggestions, throw them in the chat. So if you're in and you got questions and whatnot, just throw them in the chat, and I'll see them and address those directly. Trying to see if I have something else on this chat that may have a question or two. Oh, and I do. All right. The Clean Slate Barber. What's up, Clean Slate Barber? And I see I cannot pronounce that name. LG3 Beauty. I believe that's LG3 Beauty, or I think it's LA Beauty. The 3 is an E. Okay. we can do that. If the 3 is an E, then that's Beauty that they're putting in there. So either way, LA Beauty or La Beauty, what's happening? Welcome into the stream. Thank you for coming in. Miss Q, what's up? Miss Q Coleman, how are you? Welcome into the stream. She is in right now, coming and kicking it with us. Barnett, what's up? Welcome into the stream. Barnett says, what's up, Coach? Miss Q says, hey, Coach. All right, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We are getting started here, and we're going to be on the path here in just a second. I'm trying to figure out these messages. I got a bunch of different messages. most of them, like I told y'all, I got, I'm gonna flash it a little bit, but these messages that come in are a bunch of different messages, but a lot of them are like almost the same thing, saying how much is a Mobile Salon bus, how much is the financing, how do we get started, how do we get going, and if you're asking that, you more than likely have not went into my channel, which is under MrHairArt, or you haven't went to the website under mobileon.com, because all of that is there. All of that information is right there. I don't mind you calling or texting or asking a question, but I kind of know that it's not, you're not basically, on point with going and figuring out what all is what. So I'm not saying I disrespect or devalue. I just don't put it way high up on the value scale, because I know you're not, doing all that. It's basically asking the same thing over and over again. But I will answer with the information that I give, and I give it all the time. Go to the website. Go to mobileon.com, MOBALON, and start there, and then work your way up to coming to me and asking me what's going on with that. Okay, Barnett, what's up, Barnett? Barnett says, when are we going? When am I going to do another show or seminar? I have one coming up. I don't know the exact date, but I've been paid to make an appearance. So they're going to send me the dates and times and whatnot, and then I'll share that with you guys if you want to come out and support. And then I have my show that's coming up as well, so I will have that and that information here shortly. So kind of bear with me on that. Why are you looking up? This is like the third time that I have a screen up here and I have a camera right here. This is the camera that where you guys are at. I have that camera looking here, but then I have a big screen here. Then I have a screen over here, that shows my different social medias where I can read what people are saying. So Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, X. Got the other YouTube over here. I got multiple YouTubes that I'm broadcasting to. So I'm broadcasting to a bunch of channels at the same time. So I'll usually look up and watch from here, but I'm supposed to be looking right here, and my producers tell me all the time, "Hey, look in the camera, look in the camera." I'm like, dude, I got tweets and stuff coming in here. I got chats coming in over here. Then I got my diagrams and information for the show itself coming in here. So why don't we just move the camera up? That way the camera is looking straight at me while I'm looking at the screen. So they're working on that. Because you can't tell me what to do, man. When I'm trying my best, I'm doing what I can. Doggone it. But I gotta keep this thing rolling. Miss Veronique is in. What's up, Miss Veronique? She says grace and gratitude. Miss Q says doing well in ATL. All right, for the meet and greet, for the Tubi meet and greet. What's Tubi? I think I heard that before, or maybe I'm misjudging. What's the Tubi meet and greet? And Miss Guy said, better view. Yes. Bernie, we found out that the camera that we was using had the different schematics. I've been telling you guys forever that it's so many buttons and switches and different programmers and codes and all that stuff that goes in here, and I have to program it myself. So I go in and I program and put everything together, and sometimes it gets mixed up, and I get this over here for that, because I did coding. I used to code my own programs. I code my own website. I built all of the websites that you guys see. I built them myself with my own hands, and I'm now coding and building the platform that you guys are watching right now. So I did the whole thing. So I went back into the code, found out what was going on, and it was a setting that was set wrong, and then I reset it, and now it works really good. It's not to the quality that I want, but it's at least good enough, and it's better than what it was before. So thank you for letting me know what's popping off. Miss Q said it's a streaming service that indie films. Okay, that indie films are streaming on. I know Tubi. I felt like I knew what was going on or what that was, and I think I use it. I think one of my guys have signed up for that service, but I don't remember exactly. I didn't remember exactly what it was, but it's just like you said, just like the indie films and when they're going through the awards and stuff. Because a lot of companies are creating their own films and creating their own content. So yeah, that's what's up. Uh, Okay, she said it's an app. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Okay, I saw something else popping in, but I did not see where it was. Hold on, it may have been on my line. Y'all come on in, come on in. Yeah, we're talking about the franchises today. I've gotten more calls and coming in, so uh, I want to make sure that everybody is checking. No. Okay, this is Terry Curry. Terry Curry said has not been on your podcast. Uh, I don't know if this is private or hey, Terry, you sent me a couple of messages here. Hold on. All right. Had not been. Y'all excuse me. Y'all when people sending me messages during the show. Their text messages. Let's see. They're looking at the chat. Um, Terry, are you watching right now? Are you on right now? Let me know if you're on, or just tag. You can send it through the text message as well. Because the text message when I'm broadcasting live, I have the whole system is hooked into my chat, so I can see all chats that come in, and they come into my phone right now, so I can see if you're in live. So let me know if you're watching live, and if you got questions, I can answer those directly to you on live. That's what I was telling y'all before. When y'all are in the school or y'all in the program and y'all got questions or got things that you need answers to or wanna chat with me about, the best way to do that is to come through on this show, because we'll be live here on this show, especially at 6 o'clock, and you'll be able to chat with me directly. And pretty soon we're going to have the live chat where you can come on live and actually talk with me directly, um, and we can chop up whatever you need right then and right there. I was looking for somebody to see if they were in. Uh, who was that? I just saw Terry. Terry, if you're in, let me know if you're in. Oh, Miss Rosemary. Miss Rosemary, if you're in, let me know if you're in on one of these platforms. Just kind of raise your hand or put a okay emoji or thumbs up or smiley face or something. Let me know you're in, because I had some information for you. I was sending you an email the other day, but I didn't see if you had read it, and it didn't say that the email was open. So I wanted to check in on you, make sure everything was doing good. What's up, Phil? Phil is in. He said, "What's up, Coach from Ohio?" Already, Philip is in the house from mobile or old school mobile barbers is in the house. Derek and James, what's up, Derek and James? What's happening? Welcome into the stream. All right, guys, let's get into the franchise mode. I got so many calls, so many texts, so many questions and emails and everything on this. So we're trying to put it together right now to where everybody can understand it and see exactly what's going on, because there's so many things happening right now in our industry that we want to kind of make sure that everybody got their information down packed. Because there's a bunch of things that's happening with state boards right now, and we've been talking with several state boards. There's a lot of laws that's going into place. Matter of fact, in the state of Texas, where we are, there's been a lot of laws that took place on the 1st of September. Okay, and we've been working with them and making sure that all of our buses are complying with those laws, as well as the barbers and stylists are complying with the new laws. They have laws for the barbers and stylists. They have new laws for the cosmetologists or stylists that's now being called or labeled as estheticians. And having the licenses to reflect that term or that title of esthetician. So we're making appropriate changes, but we wanted to hear from you guys, and we're probably going to do a town hall and find out what our barbers and stylists think about that move, because that's a pretty big move to shift the entire industry to relabel barbers or stylists into something else. Because barbers, we've been barbers forever. Okay, that's been our title. We've just been barbers. But cosmetology, the stylists, the female, the women, literally, I don't know what y'all like to be called. I mean, it's changed so many. It used to be beauticians, which we like because that's what you started out as. It was barbers and beauticians, B&B. So many ladies came out and like, I don't like the word beautician. I'm not a beautician. I'm a cosmetologist. So it was then changed from beautician to cosmetologist. So then they changed the licenses, they changed the rules, they changed the title into cosmetologist. So we were barbers and cosmetologists. And then it changed from cosmetologists to stylists. So then it was barbers and stylists, or barbers and hairstylists. Then it changed from barbers and hairstylists to barbers and technicians, hair technicians. And then went from hair technicians to estheticians. So now we got estheticians on the Mac. And literally it was a ton. I mean, it's been changing and changing and changing. And I don't know where it's going to. I like beauticians. That was the word for me. But it was barbers and beauticians. So ladies, y'all have to let me know when we do our town hall. You guys will let us know, what you guys are comfortable with, what y'all want to stick with, and then we'll rock and roll with that. But I'm telling you now, it's very confusing, and I'm the one who has to title this stuff. So when we're building the app, we just had to go through that building the app right now. So as we're launching the app, it literally means we have to brand your group as whatever you're gonna be called. Because all the barbers is just, hey, do you want a mobile barbershop? Do you want a barber to come out and do your hair? Or do you want a cosmetologist, or a hair technician, or a stylist, or a beautician, or a esthetician? They don't know what it is that's coming out. I want my girl to come out and do my hair. We gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out and get it nailed down so that we can stop popping around and confusing the hell out the customers. So let's work that out. What's up, Jims? Jims is in, y'all. Jim, if y'all met Jims at the other show, he's just now coming in, and this brother here is inspirational. He's aspirational. He's literally trying to get his whole life and everything back together. So he's coming on board with us to make a go of it, and I'm incredibly excited to welcome him aboard and get him into the program and doing this thing. Okay. Gerald, I thought I saw Gerald in. If you're on Instagram, guys, like I said before, my apologies. We have not got the solution to that. It's filming in the upright. So all I can say is, if you want to move to another platform, you're welcome to do that. Going into YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or Twitch or any of these other platforms. Even Twitter is working right now. I haven't had one problem out of Twitter. It's working and streaming just fine. So we're streaming on all the different platforms, and you're able to go to those platforms and see the whole screen. Basically, the whole screen is able to be shown. Okay, I see Phil is in. What's up, Phil? Oh, I saw Phil a while ago. Phil with Old School Mobile. He said, "What's up, Coach from Ohio?" Okay. Terry Kerr's in. All right, there go Terry. I see Terry. What's up, Terry? I was looking for you earlier, Terry, and I was looking for you on another stream too, because I got your message, and it pops in when I'm live on this show. So I don't know if you were watching earlier. It says, Terry says, got you now. I look online. Man, these little bitty words. I look online, but still have a couple to ask. I am in the franchise. Are you saying, am I in the franchise program, or are you in the, okay, so the franchise program, that's what we were talking about today. So some of that will be helpful to you. And he also says, just got it. Okay, so yeah, some of that it will be applicable to you, and some will be applicable to others. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. Okay, so like I was telling everybody before, I just saw your message, so I probably got, and this is for Rosemary as well. I don't know if she popped in or not. I don't see any messages saying that she popped in. Miss Rosemary had a message that popped up on the last show that said she's been trying to give me a message. I don't know where it's at or what it is. I literally have hundreds and hundreds of messages that come through. And we literally are on a daily schedule right now of messages that blah, 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 and it's coming through and coming through and coming through. So emails galore, we getting phone calls every day. I literally have to put my phone on silent because we're just running that much content that's coming in and people contacting us. So what I started doing was, so this is for Miss Rosemary, this is for Benjamin, this is for Andre, this is for Terry, this is for Justin, and anybody else that was trying to get in contact with me. Call me and leave a message, or come to the show. I've been telling everybody, just come to the show because I can see you right here and I can address you directly. You can ask me questions, or while I'm on the show, if you text while I'm on the show, it'll pop up on the screen because my phone is hooked into the show. So you'll bypass all of those texts that I get in. I have over 100, maybe it's like 100, 150 texts right now that I have to go through as soon as I get a chance. I've been ripping and running. But when you come in while I'm live, when you text while I'm live, it'll pop your message up and it'll pop up right on the screen. I can literally see it right then and there. So I see message right here. How much is a mobile salon bus? These are the regular messages. People ask how much is buses, and sometimes I don't answer because I've answered it 1,000 times. But sometimes, if I have a breath, I can go ahead and answer. Go to the website. This is for Just Cutting. Go to the website at mobalon.com, mobalon.com. Scroll to almost the bottom of the page, and you'll see a list of our buses and price ranges and schedules and how the financing work and the mobile salon program and all that stuff. You'll see that there. And once you read through that and check that out, then you can come back and hit me from there, because it's it's a very hard question. We're having it's a little over 100 people in here right now. So if anybody else has that question, don't ask that question, because it's very difficult to answer. I don't know what you want. Okay. If you come in asking me how much is a mobile salon bus, I don't know, because I don't know what you want. Do you want a 1 station, two station, 3, 4, 5 station? Do you want an extended cab? Do you want a handicap ramp? Do you want a bus with linoleum floors, hardwood floors, marble floors? Do you want 2 shampoo bowls? Do you want big embroidered faces on the side? We don't know what you want. How many TVs you want, and all of that stuff affects the price. So if I tell you one price and then we get to the negotiation table or get past stage 1, you say, "Oh, you told me it was going to be." Exactly. I don't know what you want. So go in and see what everything runs like. I can tell you a ballpark is around 100 grand. I tell that to everybody. But then they say, "Well, what do we get for 100 grand?" Exactly. That's the whole point. If you're going through the program, you're looking at 100 grand flat out. If you're coming just to buy a bus straight out, because I'm seeing multiple questions. Yeah, how much is a mobile salon bus? How much is it? How much is the program? It still keeps going, guys. That's why it doesn't irritate me. I guarantee you'll get irritated before I do. I'm just telling you, I can't tell you. That's like going into a restaurant and saying, "How much is food?" I don't know. What do you want? What do you want to order? If you tell me what you want to order, then I can tell you how much it's going to be. So that's the whole fundamentals of that. So go into the website and check that out. That's for everybody who's listing out how much is mobile salon buses and what do you do and all that. Okay, franchising. What we are doing is a brand new concept, guys. It's never been done before. Nobody on this planet, we've looked, is doing what we're doing. Okay. Franchising mobile salon buses is a brand new thing. Hell, building mobile salon buses and financing them through this program is a brand new thing. No one has ever done what we're doing. And as we get closer to actually launching this program at the first of the year, we're going to have an entire infrastructure put in place. Okay, so none of this program is official yet. Nobody is on the hook for anything. We're literally saying, we're working everything out. Like I told you guys yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I said, this is a program that we're working out. We're working out all of the bugs. Okay, we're putting everything together. We're setting up. We got test bus on the road right now. We got all sorts of areas that are out there that are working to put everything together to make sure that it works before we go public. Okay, you want to work all this stuff out before you put it out in the public officially. Okay, once you go public, they're gonna start counting. Then they're gonna start gauging you from that point. So we're gearing up everything and getting everything in position for when we go public. Once we go public, then everybody that's in right now will be a part of the official company as a launch. Okay, as we launch from that point. So when we do franchising, that's very different from ownership. That's very different from just being an owner operator. Okay, and that's what we put into the school, and that's what we put onto the website, because we got a lot of people that have come in and just want to buy a bus, okay, or just want to check my audio. Okay, just a second. Okay, audio still, I can still hear from here. Okay, so we got celebrities that'll come in. We got people that'll come in and want to get into the business, and they'll just want to buy a bus. And we tell them right off the cuff. Right now, the buses used to be $200,000. Now they've raised up to $225,000, I believe, and by the end of this month, the buses will be $250,000 flat. That means if you're coming in and saying, "Hey, I want to buy a bus, give me a bus. Just make one for me. I don't want to have anything to do with the program or anything to do with the mobile salons and all that. I just want you to build me a bus, and I'm gonna take it and go on by my business." Okay, we can do that, but you're not gonna pay the price that my members are paying. You're not gonna pay the price that the owner operators, the people that are in the program, are paying. They're paying $100,000. If you're coming in off the street just to have us to build a bus, it's going to be around $200,000 to $225,000, because that's how much a bus would cost, just buying one, just to take on your own and do your own thing. So I was talking to my wife and my accountant the other day, and they were like, "Look, we cannot, because we're getting it. We're getting a lot of people coming in. They see the buses. They're like, 'Look, I want one of them.' We're not in business to build buses for other people. We're in business to build buses for our people. So if you're saying, 'Hey, come in, I want you to build me a bus, for me to go out and be your competition,' you're basically saying, 'Hey, build me a bus so we can be your competition.' We kind of don't do that. You can't go to Coca-Cola and say, 'Hey, make me some cans of Coca-Cola so that I can go out and sell it and be your competition.' Or go to Doritos and say, 'Hey, make me some bags of Doritos and put my brand on them so I can go out and be your competition.' They don't do that. So it's a big conflict of interest. Same thing here. We don't necessarily do that. We can, but it's going to be horribly expensive. We're charging you actually retail. Our people, you're basically getting a bus at wholesale, or getting a bus for what we would traditionally pay for it without all the bells and whistles. Okay, so that's $100,000. But if you're coming off the street, you're looking at retail prices. That's around $200,000, $220,000. We don't hide anything. We tell everybody straight up, this is what it is. Like it or leave it. It is what it is. Like it or leave it. I'm not in business to please anybody. I'm in business to do business. And that's what this is. So all of this is the business. I love everybody, and I like all the people that come through the door, and people that actually have grown on me. I love you guys too. But this is business, and business means we're going to handle business in a business manner, which means we're going to make sure that everybody is treated fairly and equally, and it all stays balanced. As long as it's balanced, I won't have a problem. When it starts tilting from one side to the other, then we start having problems. So that's why I tell people, I treat people like I would want to be treated. So I make sure that I do my very best to get in contact with y'all, to make sure y'all got what you have, and vice versa. And I make sure you know what's going on. That's why we have this show. That's why we created this show. This is a dedicated show that cannot change. It's in my contract. It's in my contract with my sponsors. I let them know, please do not schedule me anything around 6 o'clock, because that's when I do my show. That's what's going to be most crucial as we roll this thing out. People are going to want to come in and actually see the owner, talk to him, see what's going on, and basically get it from the horse's mouth. So that's the purchase. Okay, getting into a bus itself. You guys have to know that, because you got to know what you're playing with when you're out here on these streets. Like I said before, we had problems just recently, last month. We had problems with people that we had to pull off of buses and take the buses away from them because they was not respecting the buses for what they were. You know, they were not doing or behaving responsibly or professionally with the buses, so we had to pull them off and pull them out of the program. Okay, so we want to make sure everybody understands what this thing is. Same thing with, they said my audio is disconnected. If the audio is disconnecting, guys, just kind of stay with me. I'm still checking everything, so we'll make sure that it's right. So when you go into the franchise portion of it, the franchise means two things. Number one, it means you're going in and you're purchasing almost like an investor. Y'all got me? A franchise is like almost, thank you, Miss Q. Miss Q said I can hear you. A franchise is like almost like an investor. Like you're going in, you're saying, hey, I want to invest in this company. I want this company to build me a bus, and I want to run the bus and get paid like a regular operator, like a regular mobile salon operator. Okay. So you're basically coming and you're saying, here's $100 grand. Let's go right now. So essentially you're basically saying, hey, I don't want to waste a lot of time going through the school. I don't need financing. I don't need, to go through the program. I don't need sponsors. I don't need all this stuff. I got my own money. I got my own money. Here's $100 grand. Give me a bus. Let me rock and roll. That's fine. That's franchising. You're basically saying, hey, I got my own money. Here's my money. Give me a bus. Let's rock and roll. But you're in the program. You're not coming in like the celebrities and like the other guys who say, hey, man, I don't care what it is. Just build me a bus. Sometimes we do. Most of the time we do not. Okay, sometimes we do. If they're strategic people, if they're big enough celebrities, then yeah, we'll hook it. We'll move some things around and hook it up, because it's a strategic move. It's a business move. But most of the time, it's just somebody who may have some money and they say, hey, can you build me a bus? And we say no. And sometimes the price scares them away. When we say $200,000, they say, no, I don't want to pay that much. Okay, well, fine. Just, move around. But most of the time, when they go out and price it, when they go out and see how much this stuff costs, you're looking at the buses alone costing $60,000, $70,000 by itself. That's with no conversion. That's with no programming. That's with no community. That's with no network. That's with anything. That's just buying a bus. So yes, it is not cheap at all. It's very expensive. But regardless, when you're doing a franchise, you're basically in the company. You're in the business. You're saying, all right, what I'm going to do, and you guys can go on. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. I probably can. You guys can go into mobileon.com. Can y'all see that on there? I'm expanding the page. You can go into mobileon.com, click on, scroll to the bottom. Look right here and scroll to the bottom. I will make it bigger, but I don't feel like messing up my program. Y'all know I've been having so many issues with programming and getting everything tied in. Scroll to the bottom here and click on the left-hand side. You'll see company and about us, mobile salon franchise right there. Can y'all see that? Oh, y'all probably can't, but it's there. When you go on to, you can see the gist of what I'm saying. Go on to mobileon.com and click on franchising. You'll see the franchise mode. I'm gonna click on it right here. This is the screen that'll pop up. This gives you the gist of what it is when you're talking about franchising and the setup, and then you can go into the advertisers and the sponsors and all of that type of stuff. It's basically the same concept, but we're gonna go into more detail in the school, and we're gonna go into more detail on the website with the new pages that's coming up this month. Okay, you should see it this month, and it's gonna give a complete breakdown, because we got a lot. I told y'all at the beginning of the show, tons of people are coming in wanting to do the franchising, because the franchising, you get through the school quicker, you get through the school lightning fast, because you really don't have to go through all of the different components. Remember, most of the school is about figuring out who you are. Okay, it's the sponsor's way to find out if you are I hate to say worthy, because it sounds kind of pretentious, but it's what it is. It's just like a bank pulling your credit. The bank wants to see if you're worthy of a loan. They're trying to see if you're credit worthy. So they'll pull your credit, they'll pull your bank statements, they'll pull your tax return. They want to see if you can pay them back, right? Same thing with the school. Same thing with the school. The school is doing that in lieu of pulling credit, of pulling bank statements, of doing background checks, of pulling tax return. We don't have to do all of that. All we have to do is send you to the school, and the school will find out who you are. Are you professional? Are you dedicated to the program? Are you patient? Do you have actual patience? I got so many people that will go into the school. They'll pay $5,000 and they'll get into the school, and then a week or two later, they'll be like, "Hey man, what's going on, man? It's taking too long, man. Where's my bus?" Excuse me? Wait a minute, let me get this straight. You paid $5,000. You've been in the school for about 2-3 weeks, and you want $100,000 bus immediately. You want this company or that company to put $100,000 on the table right now because you said so. They don't know you from Adam. They don't know anything about you. They haven't run your credit. They don't know where you live. They don't know how you do business. They don't know anything about you, but you want them to give you $100. I tell you what, go to the bank, walk in that bank, and you tell the bank, "Here's $5,000. Now, bank, you give me $100,000. Straight out. Just go into the bank. You give the bank five grand as a deposit. You say, "Here's my deposit. Now, bank, you give me $100,000 so I can go and buy me a Mobile Salon bus." And then come back and tell me what they say. I had a young lady that was irate, that really was, and I told y'all about her. I didn't say her name, but she was very kind of, on edge because she thought that's how that was supposed to work. You're telling me you can go into a bank and get $100,000 loan. You don't want them to pull your credit. You don't want them to pull your tax return, your statements, no anything. You just want them to give you $100,000. That's not going to happen. It's not. $100,000 is a lot of money, even for a bank. They're not going to just do that. So they want to know who you are. They want to know who they're investing in. They want to know if you're going to be able to pay them back. So does the sponsors. The whole school, the whole concept of the school is to find out who you are. And I'll tell you guys, this is almost a little secrety type of concept. They have features. Matter of fact, it's on the front page. It's in chapter 1. It's in the first chapter. They say, look, we need to know if you're patient. We need to know if you can hold your horses. We need to know if you're somebody who because they'll say some of these chapters are timed chapters. So you'll have to wait on instructors. You'll have to wait for them to get to you and ... and then they'll approve you go to the next course and all of that. Well, some people actually, they're like, "Oh, I ain't gonna, man, right now. And that tells the sponsors a lot. That's why I tell you guys, don't text crazy stuff to me because they can see that. They read my text. Don't email crazy stuff because they can see it, and they will boot you out of the program. They will kick you out of the program. I told Johnny, well, Johnny said he's cool. He said I can use his name, but I didn't want to put him on blast. But Johnny was like, he wasn't really mad, but he was kind of anxious and really like, "Man, I'm ready to get started. And I understand that. But he was texting me, what's going on. And I was telling him that, we got instructors we're low on instructors. We've been low on instructors since COVID. Okay? We've been low on instructors since COVID. And now, just in the last couple of months, we've been training new instructors to speed up the program. And he was sending some messages, and then he actually had a sponsor contact him and find out what was he talking about and what was going on, because they was going to kick him out. And then he called me, and I had to tell him, I said, "Look, you need to be careful, because I'm with you. You got skills, you got talent, you're able to do this thing. Watch what you say." They're watching that. That's the whole purpose of the school. The school is your credit report. The school is your bank statement. The school is your background check. The school is your tax return. The school is everything that a financial institution would want to see to know if they can invest in you. There's a part in the school that says, where will you be parking the bus? You know why they ask that? Because they want to know if you're going to be parking it in the hood. They want to know your address so that they can look it up on Google Maps. They want to know pictures. They said take pictures of where you're going to park. They want to know if the bus is going to be in jeopardy, because this is a $100,000 bus plus. It's a $100,000+ bus, and they want to know if it's going to be in jeopardy where you're parking it. If it's in a crime-ridden area. There's a guy in Chicago. There's one of my students, one of my guys in Chicago. He said he's moving out of Chicago, but he had to put his Chicago in it. I hope he doesn't take offense, but he said he had to put his Chicago address in the school and take pictures and everything, and it got rejected. He did it 3 times. It got rejected each time. They was not going to allow the buses to be parked. They was not going to allow the buses to be parked in that part of Chicago, because they know theft was rampant. There was gang infestation. There was, people robbing and stealing, and the murder just was through the roof. They said, no, we will not allow that. We would be negligent on our part if we sent a bus out and parked in there. And I was like, wow. But he's actually moving, so he wanted to put his new address, but he couldn't yet. So we worked that out. So he's actually got it all straightened out. But that's how crucial this whole process is, because this is indeed a multi-million-dollar operation that you are part of, which means you can literally tap into millions of dollars and be a part of that and actually have that money's coming your way. So I want to make sure that everybody understands. We want to make sure that you're getting through the school and you're getting through it as correctly and as effectively as possible. Okay, as effectively as possible. Now, if you're doing the financing or if you're doing the franchising, you're bypassing all of that, which is something that most people cannot do. You're bypassing all of the school, all of the curriculum, all of the criteria. You're basically saying, here's my $100,000, get me a bus so that I can be a part of the operation. Because what happens is in a franchise, your bus is paid for. There is no risk to the bank. There is no risk to the sponsor. The bus is already paid for. So you can be in the program and reap the rewards of profit sharing, of advertising dollars, of styling money, product placement, all of the stuff that literally brings in residual income, which means you're going to be making money regardless of whether you go to work or not. You're going to be making money. That bus is going to be making money. But you also have a connection into where you can get a second bus. And that second bus will roll out and with your name on it. And you literally have 2 buses now making you money coming in. So whether you're paying for that second bus or you're in the franchise where you're following the franchise rules and you get a second bus on your brand. Okay. And it literally wears your name as your second bus. And then you're going in and getting a third bus and a fourth and so on. And now you have multiple buses that are out there making money because we manage those buses. That's the whole operation for franchising. We're managing those buses for you. So when the bus needs a barber to work or a stylist to work, we put the barber or stylist on the bus. We schedule them to work on the bus. We have 52,000 barbers and stylists in our network alone, just in the U.S. So we schedule them to work on the bus. We collect the monies for the services. So we're collecting your money. Okay. When they do a service on the bus, when they sell products on the bus, when we're collecting advertising about all of that stuff, we're collecting the money for, and then we cut out your percentage. We cut out your chunk and we send it to your bank account. So you get paid every month on those buses and on your bus. You're getting paid every single month. You're good to go. If someone is scheduled to work and they don't come in to work, you don't deal with that. We deal with that. That's all franchising. You don't deal with that. We deal with that. We're the ones who set all that up. If this barber doesn't show up to work, we put another barber in its place and roll that bus out. We don't get paid unless the bus is rolling. Okay. I see some of my moderators say that we have some celebrities in the building right now. So Thank you for coming in. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming in. I think I know one of y'all, and I appreciate you for coming in and take a look. We're just talking about franchising right now, which is something you may be interested in. Franchising is an excellent way for you to work on the bus as well as get paid the other amount, the undisclosed numbers. You're able to bring those in, and then also get other buses where you're working. And then like Jonathan, one of my old school homies, Terry Curry, one of my old school homies, the people that are elders, I'll say elders to be respectful. They want something that is going to be. I'll work right now, but ain't no telling how long I'm gonna be. Y'all gonna be enjoying my company. So I want to make sure that I'm taken care of, and my wife is taken care of, my family's taken care of when I go home. So that's what the franchise is about. The franchise is, look, I want to get into a bus and a program to where when I check out, when I'm out of here, the bus will continue to run. The bus will continue to roll, and my family will be taken care of. My family will continue to make money because we're managing it for you. We're managing the bus. We're managing the operation. Once you're gone, we still manage that bus. We make sure that it's parked securely. We make sure that it's secure. We make sure that a barber or stylist is working on the bus. We make sure that the buses are insured, so if anything happens to it, it's still taken care of. We either replace the bus, or your family gets paid for the bus and they're out of the business, so they get that $100,000 and they're good, or they stay in the business and they continue getting paid monthly because we just replace the bus. We use our insurance and we just build another bus. And if it catches on fire, if it's stolen, if something happens to it or whatever, we just replace the bus and put another one on the road, the same as that one. That's all franchise. Okay, that's all the process for doing a franchise model. It is more expensive, but it is definitely worth it because you're literally, you're covered and you have monthly income coming in. How much? It depends. The franchise numbers, it depends on how much, what type of bus you have, how many stations is on the bus, who you have working, what type of clientele they have. There's a lot of different figures. That's why I say go to the franchise numbers and click on it. You'll see the different variations. But I can tell you, probably you're looking at around anywhere from $3,000, $4,000, maybe $5,000 a month for a franchise model is what will be coming in. And that's not, I don't make any claims and I don't put anything on it, but I am able to say when you're investing in our model, we do have a guarantee, just like we do on all of our stuff. And our buses, all of our buses are guaranteed for our investors. So let me cover that real quick while I have you guys here, because I did have my moderator said that we have a couple of investors, so please address the investor field. The way the investor field works is very simple. It's very easy. Yes, you are able to do the instructor as well. We have private instructors. That's meant to speed up the program to help you through, but I don't advocate that a lot because they charge $1,000 just to have a instructor assigned to you that literally comes in and helps you with your program, helps you get through the school quicker. You don't lose it. The $1,000 goes towards your bus, so you don't lose the money, but they do charge that number up front. So it's just your dedication. If they're going to be dedicating to you, because our instructors come from the outside in, and we have to train them on our system, because in our system is very, very secure. We got a lot of stuff that we cannot share with other people. I can't even log in from outside of our server. I have to go into the building to log in. And now that I have my internal server in my studio, there's a bunch of different stuff that I got to go through just to be able to log in. And all of my stuff is connected. Even my phone is connected. So I definitely don't want this information getting out. This is some extremely bad. This has everything in it, including my bank accounts. Imagine having multi-million-dollar bank account attached to a system that is open for anybody to review. Ain't gonna happen. So they have very, very strict criteria for logging into the system. So when we train our instructors, they have to go through those rigorous processes and make sure that they're secure when they're logging into the system. Because we have phone numbers, information, bank account numbers, credit card numbers, social security numbers, all that type of stuff in the system. You guys is information. Your social security number, your bank accounts, your all that stuff is in your accounts. So we cannot afford to let that information get out. So we train and we restrict and we make sure that whoever we bring in are reputable, are responsible, and they are secured. We do background checks and all that stuff. So I've had some people ask, can they be instructors? But I had to say, well, it's a process. You have to be chosen, and then you have to be brought in, and it's like a 3-month training just to go through what we're doing. And we're trying to reduce it, but right now it's a 3-month training that we're trying to get in. So if you guys are wanting instructor, I think Jerry was asking about a private instructor. I think Timothy, and I had Terry was asking about a private instructor. I just haven't been able to get back to you, Terry, but I got you on my list. It's just a long ass list. So I'm just trying to get everything kind of situated, but this is the best way to get information is coming onto the show and asking questions. I got a lot of questions right now, and I'm just trying to get through everything as much as I can, as quick as I can. So if I don't address you guys, it's nothing personal. I just, throwing it out there. When I see it, I'll hit it. And if I see you like Mr. Sean Creatious, that's an excellent question. It depends on what you put in the barbershop, in the mobile barbershop. If you're adding in your own stuff, he asked, can he add in his own equipment? So basically his chair, his mirrors, his station stuff that he brings out of his salon or out of his barbershop to put on the bus. And the answer is, it depends. It depends on what that stuff is and if it's safe to be on board a mobile salon bus. Because our buses, they're driving around, they're shaking back and forth. We bolt stuff into the bus. Okay, so that means your chair will get holes drilled into it to drill it into the floor so that it's stationary and it's not moving around. All of your equipment, your mirrors and all that, we mount them on. It's a bunch of different stuff that goes into building a mobile salon bus. So if your equipment stands up to that, and there is a liability issue as well, because we could drill holes in your chair and then you come back to sue us and say, hey, we destroyed your chair because we drilled holes in it to mount it into the floor of the mobile salon bus. So you can see it's not just cut and dry. I keep telling people this business is not an easy cut and dry, just, hey man, just do it, just hook it up. No. There's so many doors that's behind us that has to be addressed that you guys don't see. There's a lot of red tape that you guys don't see. I can't just put people in buses and say, get on out there and enjoy. There's a lot of red tape. If I put you in a bus, look at it like this. If I put you in a bus and you go out there, you drive out there, and then you don't know how to drive this bus, and then you crash into somebody on the freeway because you don't know how to do a left-hand turn or a right-hand curve, and you crashed into somebody else's car. Do you know who they're going to come after? It's not going to be you, because you're not a multi-million-dollar company. Look at it like this. When FedEx or UPS or Amazon, when one of those buses or one of those vans hit someone, who do they come after? They don't come after the driver. They come after the company that is on that bus. And that company is you and us and the sponsor. They're going to come after all of us. So we have to make sure that we are making conscious decisions and putting people behind the wheel. Imagine this. It hasn't happened, God, thank God, and hopefully it won't. If you crash into someone and you kill someone, if someone gets hurt to the point to where they expire, if they die because they were in a car wreck with you who do not know how to handle this huge bus, that's called wrongful death. That is a lawsuit that you do not want to be a part of. That's millions of dollars. You've taken away someone's life. That's millions of dollars, all because you did not know how to drive the bus. That's on us because we put you behind the wheel and we did not vet you properly. Okay, again, here's the school. That's the reason for the school. So all of these things, guys, you got to be aware of. You got to understand that this is what we are tasked with, and we're running out of time. It's September now. We have until January to get everybody up to speed and know exactly what they're doing before we put you guys in buses. Now, some of you guys will be in buses well before then. Hopefully, you've gotten what you need to get, and you're well endowed and you're ready to rock and roll. That's what I'm hoping for, and that's why we're speeding it up. If you're getting into a private instructor, you're more than welcome to do that, but they're going to tell you the same thing. We need you to know what you're doing, okay? And then that's an advantage because they'll actually help you to get where you need to go. And I'm trying to get to the point to where I can help you guys too, so I can do a private instructor stuff as well. So because I know all of the ins and outs, and I know way more than them, but my time is very limited. So we're trying to work it out. We're just trying to put this thing together, because next year, when the new building is up and running, it's going to be crazy. Check my audio. Hold on. Next year. Okay. Yeah, I got audio. Okay, so it's going to be crazy. You can go ahead and archive this show. Yeah, you can go ahead and archive it. I didn't do much cuts and commercials and all that type of stuff, but it's pretty good information. You can go ahead and archive this show. Okay, so I want to make sure that everybody understands. We're putting together a program to where people are able to get out of the program. Like I said, we have 100% money back guarantee. When you complete the school, if this is not for you, you can just get out. Just get your money and go on about your way. That's what we have. I make sure that we have that in place, because I don't want to work with anyone that doesn't want to work with us. I don't want anyone being forced to work with us. So if this is not for you guys, by all means, let me know, and I will personally walk you through the cancellation process myself. I don't want you in this business if this is not the business for you, period. Okay. I definitely don't want the sponsors to let you know that this is not the business for you, because they'll let you know really harshly. They will literally dismiss you from the program. They'll give your money back and just kick you out. I will kind of transition and make it, to where we both are mutual, but I will walk you through the program. But just let me know. But now, other than that, everybody that's with it, everybody that's on board, everybody that's in and clocked in for a wild ride, it's about to jump off. And I tell people all the time, I don't have to hype anybody up. I'm telling you facts. We are about to change the barber and beauty industry, period. The entire thing. When you have Mobile Salon Buses, we're about to unleash my new building. We will be cranking out 10, 20, 30 buses a month. Oh, we're about to demolish and destroy all stigmas for the barber and beauty industry. We're about to make a brand new thing, and you guys will be the pioneers of that. And I tell people all the time, don't believe me. I don't want you to. I want you to sit back, especially the people that are watching. I see we got a bunch of people watching right now. I don't know why, probably because I got up here. I don't preach, but I will coach. I got up here coaching today. I tell people, if you don't believe it, you ain't sit back and watch. Just sit back and chill and watch what happens, because it's gonna be I've seen what you guys have not seen. That's the whole thing. I've seen what you have not seen. When you see it, I promise you, my hand to God, when you see it, you'll say, okay, that's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about. This is some gangster shit. We are going to change the industry, guys. We're talking about people being able to, thank you, they say get out there. We're talking about people being able to download an app on their phone and have a mobile salon bus, a fully decked out VIP high-end custom mobile barbershop or mobile beauty salon pull up to their door, park it in their driveway, open them doors, and they literally just walk right onto the bus. Kiss my ass. That's gangster. That's what everybody and their mama will say, yes, I want that. That's your clientele. That's your clientele, the people that want that. To be able to walk out of their front door, across their driveway, and walk onto a highly a fully customized mobile barber or beauty salon. Hot and cold running water, lights, television screens, entertainment packages, Xbox, PlayStation, all that. Comfy sitting, complimentary drinks and snacks and juices and dude, sit down and it's just you. Just you and your barber. Just you and your stylist. That's it. You ain't got to go around all of them knuckleheads that's going to be cussing and acting a fool and just all in the way, taking the attention of your barber. And now he ain't paying attention to you and taking attention of your stylist. And now she ain't doing what she's supposed to be doing because she's too busy talking about this. It's just you and your stylist. 100% focus on you. You tell me that that's not what the people want. You tell me that when we launch this thing and put this in public, who do you think gonna download this app? I told y'all before, we did a test download and we got almost 1 million downloads and we killed the test. We deleted and shut it down. We don't have that many buses. What are you, crazy? This was before COVID. We don't have that many buses. What are you, crazy? Dude, that was like 800 some thousand downloads. No, thank you. We don't have that many buses. So we had to gear up. We had to reposition. We had to figure this thing out. How are we gonna twist it and turn it to be able to cater to and make sure that we have enough to do this and do that and set this up and that up. It's gangster. And then we have sponsors that are coming in that literally put the money on the table for you guys to actually set you up. Everything I'm saying. Thank you. Okay, they're trying to get me off here. Just watch what I'm saying. Everything that I'm telling you guys, come back this time next year, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Come back this time next year, and then we'll reevaluate it. This show will be in the archive. This show will be in, so you'll be able to come back and review what we have, what's actually rolling on the streets. You'll be able to see it from this archive and be able to say, was I right? That's it. That's all I have. Guys, I bid everybody the absolute best. You guys know the setup. If you need me, I'll be here at 6 o'clock. Saturday and Sunday, we're still gauging to find out if I'm going to be broadcasting on the weekends, but every weekday we're here. Okay. Saturdays and Sundays, we're still trying to test out to see what we're going to be doing as far as the 6 o'clock show. But we're working on the 12 o'clock show. The 12 o'clock show is supposed to be a product review show every day at 12 o'clock. So we're working on that because we're linked in with Amazon and a couple of other product manufacturers. So once all of that gets nailed down, we'll have that out there for you. Because they didn't like when I was just broadcasting at 12 o'clock and I was just on here bullshitting. They didn't like that. They wanted to be a pure product review show at 12 o'clock. So we'll work that out, and then you guys will see that once we launch it. But other than that, y'all can come in at 6 o'clock and we can rock and roll all day long. All right. Did we have any other questions? I know we're over time, but did we have any other questions that I missed? Did anybody have anything else that they needed from me? I see the regular questions. We're not going to mess with that right now. How much is buses and all? These are different people, guys, that are asking about the buses and how much are they and all that from all over. I see California. I see New York. I see Florida. I see I don't know where that is. I think that's Wyoming, maybe. I don't know. But you guys know the answer to that. Go to our website, mobileon.com, and you can get that answer. Any other questions that I may have missed? If not, we're gonna get up out of here. I will see you guys. If not tomorrow, it'll be Monday at 6 o'clock. So everybody, until then, I'm Ronnie Mac, owner of the Shops Salons Network, the MrHairArt Network, and the new Mobile Salon Network, bidding you guys peace and blessings. It's $1,000 for the private instructor. It's $1,000. You can contact me for that. Or you can go and send it through Cash App. I think they're allowing me to process that. You can do that for the private instructor, as well as the. Well, no, you can't do that for franchise. I thought you was asking about the private instructor. The franchise, you cannot send monies in for the franchise. You have to go through interview process for that. And I'm one of the people that will interview you for that. And then once you go through, then you'll have to do a wire transfer because that's $100,000. So you have to do a wire transfer for that. And we'll chop all of that up. So if you're interested in that, just contact me and let me know. I will work that out for you. I'm Ronnie Mac on the Shops Salons Network, the Hair Art Network, and the new Mobile Salon Network, bidding you guys peace and blessings. Please take care of yourself. And if you can, take care of someone else. If we all did that, we all will be taken care of. If you haven't signed up to the Mobile Salon Network, go to mobileon.com. Thank you. I'm signing off. I'm literally signing off, and they say get off the air. I'm signing off right now. If you haven't signed up to the Mobile Salon Network, go to mobileon.com, mobalon.com, and sign up. The application on the top of the screen on the right-hand side. Click on that application, fill it out, and send it in. If everything is good, someone will contact you and let you know what the next steps are. If you haven't donated, please donate. We have our own charity called Triple H Charity, stands for Haircuts for the Helpless and Homeless. We actually use your donations to pay to build the mobile salons that go out and do haircuts for the helpless and homeless. We also use your donations to pay the barbers and stylists to do haircuts for the helpless and homeless. All right, guys, that'll do it for right now. I will see you all. If not tomorrow, it'll be Monday at 6 o'clock. So please, everybody, be careful out there and remember our motto: respect yourself, because image is everything. Peace.